Okay, so here's the bike with all the bags on it. We just did the gear or the bike review. Now we'll just kind of let you know what I'm carrying in each one of the bags. So I guess we'll start. Let me move the camera. I'll put it over here. And I guess we'll start with the what would be the left front of the bike. So I usually tag the bag so I know, just because I'm old and can't remember. This is where I carry all the food. So I got about 3 days worth of food in here. One of the things, you got a bag to hang the food in. It's like a bear bag is what they make it for, so a bear can't get into it. But your biggest problem is mice, raccoons, squirrels getting into it. So we will hang these at every camp. If they're in an area where their bears are, typically they have boxes, steel boxes to put all this stuff in. But that's what you'll find in here. So I got my food in there. This is a jet boil stove. So there's this bottom piece comes off. There's a burner and a fuel can, which is inside here. I found this on the side of the road on the Trans Am, and it's basically a 2-quart pot, and then you just heat up water or whatever you want in there. So I got that in there. I got a collapsible bowl and a cup, and then some Dr. Bonner's dish soap to clean everything up after the case. This is the rope. I got about 60 feet of rope here, and we'll throw it over a branch, and we are able to tie, hoist the food bag up and out of the way, keep it out of the way of the rodents and the such. And a spoon. So, and then I got an extra strap in case I need a strap for something to lash something down. I just got them spread out everywhere. But that's basically everything in this bag. So there's not a lot in there. You don't want to carry a lot because you will buy stuff that'll fill up, and then you'll have not enough space. So it's okay to these not to be completely full. So let me just get this one out of the way, set that off to the side. Now we'll do the left rear. The left rear is the tent. So I got a big Agnes copper spur 3-person tent, because a 3-person and 2-person tent, 3-person was on sale for the same price. So I got a lot more space. It is slightly bigger, but more importantly on this particular version of tent is it's the bike packing version. So the tent stakes are really small. So here's the tent. Normally they're about this long, but with it being a bike packing version, they shrink them down. So you got the tent poles. Here's the tent and the rain fly. They're separate. We got, let's see, bear spray, which we'll need out west. And keep that in there. Ground sheet, that just keeps the bottom of the tent because you get the moisture up from the ground, and it just blocks. It's a moisture vapor barrier to keep as much of the moisture off the bottom of the tent as you can. Let's see, what else do I got here? I got let's see, I think this is I can't really. I think it was a 24,000 or 20,000 milliamp hour power bank. I only need that on emergency. This is my electronics kit. So I have a battery charger, I have my iPad, and all the charging cables in here. So my charger is a 6-port, so I can hook up a lot of USB connected devices and get it charged. It's 60 watts, so it's 10 watts per output, which basically is 2 amps an output. So yeah, that'll be very handy. A dry bag this dry bag is if it rains and stuff gets wet, I want to be able to keep the wet stuff wet and the dry stuff dry. So anything ends up wet, that's what will go in here until we can get a chance to dry it out. I'll come back to this bag. Tent stakes. This is the map set for the entire trip. We're following the adventure cycling routes. We're on the Pacific Coast route, the Northern Tier route, and the Great River South route. So I got just the maps that we need for the tour that we're taking. That's all in here. Let's see, what else is in there? Oh, no, that's all that's in there. This is just some extra tent tie down. So if the wind gets really high, I need to guy out the tent. I got guy strings. I got some repair clips for the Ortlib panniers in here. I got some Velcro straps, a USB cable for like an extension cable if I ever needed something like that. But it's just stuff that we might, and a tenacious tape in case I get a hole in something. I can fix a leak in the sleeping pad. This is just a miscellaneous bag, and it's got several things in it we almost use daily. A headlamp. When I did the Trans Am in 22, I didn't have one of these, and about halfway through bought one. Bought a good one, and it definitely makes life easier because we typically get up before daylight, and you need both hands. And if you got to hold a flashlight with one hand and do one-handed, it just doesn't work. You need both hands, so this headlamp works really well. This is a seat cover to keep the Brooks saddle dry if it's raining. It's just a rain guard for it. 2 cloths, it's just to wipe off whatever. So normally, if the tent gets the rain fly gets wet in the morning, we'll dry, wipe off the excess water with this, rinse these out, hang them off the back of the bike to let dry, and then just put them away. We've got a hydration pack that's 4 liters. So yeah, like I said, don't have space in the food, but if there's a possibility we run low on water, we'll fill up these hydration packs with extra water beyond what we're carrying in the Nalgene bottles and the bottle on the handlebars as an emergency. A head net, mosquito net, and then real important, you just don't know. Sometimes you got to go to the bathroom and there may not be a bathroom around, and you need toilet paper. So yeah, definitely don't want to run out with that. So got enough toilet paper for one instance. If I find that I need to replenish it, then we can always find toilet paper at different places. Fill that up, and then be done with that. So I'll go ahead and just throw all this stuff back in here. But that's what you'll find in that particular pannier. Now, weight-wise, majority of the weight, typically when you look at the bicycle, where the rider sits and the back of the bike is carrying most of the weight. So weight-wise, about 40% of my cargo weight, the panniers, is in the back, and about 60% in the front. I do that to not overload the spokes on the back wheel, and that way we don't have issues with maybe breaking a spoke or something like that. So I'll get all this stuff tossed back in there. Roll this back up. You want to squeeze out the air, then roll it up, because these things they're waterproof, so water can't get in, which means it's really hard for air to get in and get out. So they don't look like balloons on the back. The next one we'll take a look at will be the right rear. This one has clothing in it, or I'm sorry, bedding. So I got a sleeping bag liner. It's super soft. The nylon from the sleeping bags tend to get hot and sweaty and sticky. Here you got basically like a cotton liner that goes inside, and you sleep in that, and it helps you, it just keeps you drier, and you don't stick to the sleeping bag. And then I also have a pillowcase in there. My mom just made me the pillowcase. A sitting mat, just a piece of foam that folds out, so if I need to sit on it. If I need to prop my pillow up a little higher, I could use it for additional padding to elevate the pillow. Here's the pillow. It's a pneumatic pillow. I just blow it up, put it inside the pillowcase, and I'm good to go there. This is it's a thin mat. It's only about 3/4 of an inch to an inch thick when blowed up, and it's insulated. So, but it's really big. Some of the newer ones are a lot smaller, but I bought this, and I haven't had a need for the extra space, so I haven't replaced this, but I haven't had any problems with it. So it's my sleeping mat. Sleeping on the ground is very uncomfortable, and so on. Oh, looks like Jackie's bringing the dog out. Go ahead. Okay, and we're back. A Disco Nemo. It's a 30-degree sleeping bag. It's down, so it packs down pretty small, and it's really comfortable. And then spare parts. So I have like an extra chain, extra screws, brake pads. What else is in here? Shifting cables. I got some cleaner, electrical tape, miscellaneous screws and the like, and I just put all that in there. Hopefully I don't need it, but need to store it somewhere. This used to be in the tool kit, but my tool kit I had to modify, so now some of this stuff gets carried in a pannier. So that's everything in the back there. So let me get this put away. You learn how to pack all this stuff. I've been packing it the same way for several tours now. Nothing really changes on how I store stuff on the bike now. So roll this up. Put that over here, and now the front right. The front right is clothing. So one of the things I do is I journal this. Someday when my son has kids, and they want to know about Grandpa's adventure, I put a lot of thought into all this. So I don't just, I tried to tell a story along with the videos and pictures. And then the picture book that John does, put it all together and try to paint a picture for the kids of John and I's bicycling adventures. I've done that on every trip so far. Bathroom kit, so like shaving cream, soap, stuff like that, razor, all that's in there. Got a towel and my washcloth. They're quick dry. Clean clothes, there's 4 sets, basically t-shirt, shorts, underwear, socks. This time I'm doing something different. I'm wearing all high visibility, light, quick dry shirts instead of wearing a vest. Though I do have a vest stored in my rain gear, but I won't be using it on a day-to-day basis. So clean clothes, got a bag for clean clothes, as well as a bag for dirty clothes. I also have a laundry detergent in there, and then cold weather clothes. So I got some merino wool long underwear, a merino wool long sleeve shirt, a neck buff, gloves, and there's something else I can't remember off the top of my head in here, but that's all in the clothing. The clothing bag is always really full compared to all the other bags, but it all works out. So pack this away. And of course, I do a lot of the video stuff. The video camera will ride. I usually have it either on the handlebar because I do it all day long, so you guys can kind of see what it's like for John and I as we're out on the road. Okay. I talked to John. He should be here anytime. I'll go ahead and move the camera here. And then on top of the back rack, those 4 bags I typically do not have to get into while we're riding. Okay, this is the bag that you get into while we're riding. So, you know, we're not riding when we eat breakfast, but lunch we have on the road. So what other things would I need quick access to while I'm on the road? So I'll go ahead and undo this one. Food and snacks. Rain gear. I got pants and a rain jacket, and more importantly, sunscreen. I've gotten sunburnt on the first trip. It was not good, and I'm going to try to be a lot better, but I got some 100 SPF sunscreen, and I want to have access to that. So if we need it during the course of the day, there it is. So and that all will ride on the top of the rack here. So just kind of move stuff around, push that forward a little bit, and that's what's in this top bag. And they're all waterproof. This is a Sea to Summit bag, but they're all waterproof bags, so that'll ride up top there. And then again, we'll kind of come up here. So the handlebar bag, okay, what will I have in it? Cables that I need for any of the electronics during the course of the day up there. My passport in case we go into Canada. I got prescription sunglasses and some glass cleaner and a place to put my regular glasses that I have on now on there. A way to keep change. A cooling towel, get it wet, wipe yourself down. It's kind of nice to wipe off to stay cool in there. Whoops, let me grab that. Put all that back in here. Oh, I'm glad I did this video because I'm missing my selfie stick for the camera. Right now I'm just using the tripod. I gotta sit you down for a second. You're probably getting dizzy. So drop that in this pouch here. And like I said, then I got a pouch in there to keep a battery. You know, if my Garmin runs low or I use too much power on the iPhone. And then I have another pouch here. I got a flashlight in there, pocket knife, an ink pen, and paper. And you'd be surprised how much you use the ink pen and paper out on the road. And again, the maps on the map case. So, yeah. That is what we carry on the bike. So that's the gear. Of course, you'll get to see some of it in different videos along the ride, but yeah. So I'm looking forward to getting started tomorrow, and we'll go from there. So we'll see what the adventure brings.